I'm proud to be an anime fan.
I'm so proud of this community.
I've seen the community do some great stuff. I've seen cosplays that literally make my eyes nut, bro. And fan art that makes me want to give up drawing because I know I will never be that good. And memes that literally make me have an asthma attack. Not kidding there. And, of course, the actual anime. Now, I live in a decade where you're not made fun of liking anime, which I'm happy about. But there used to be a time where people was, and it's because of a small, cringe sub-community that make the people outside the community want to gouge their eyes out and bleach their ears. So while I was looking through some Futoshi cringe for my video in the Futoshi community, I came across a little surprise for you. So let's get into this cringe fest. So while I was strolling through some cringe in Reddit, I came across a subreddit called r/Weaboo Tales, a goldmine of cringe and tales of weeaboo trash. This place is just stories and stories of weeaboo cringe, encounters, and bro, I'm loving it. Like, this is what happens in the background, and it just amazes me. So I'm gonna read you one of the first stories I saw, the top story of the subreddit. I fricked a weeaboo. Now you know there's gonna be some neckbeard or some like yandere type stuff. So, my name's Dave. I do a lame-ass business major at a state school primarily known for soccer. I feel like you, dear reader, are judging me right now. I can't blame you. But I will try to explain myself. Probably gonna frick it up, but I'll try nonetheless. Now, there's two things you need to know about me. Now, how do I, a person who barely watches anime outside of Yu-Gi-Oh! In junior high, cross paths with a weeaboo? Now, I love sushi, and I frickin' love free food. And it just so happens that our local Japanese anime club had copious amounts of both at their intro meeting. So one boring Friday night, I decided to roll through and grab some sushi rolls and leave before being forced to talk to anyone. Walking in, I see the sushi spread out, way in the back of the big meeting room, with an ocean of people between me and the sweet, sweet raw fish. I nimbly side through the Naruto headband-wearing assembly, and almost to the finish line, when I bump into her. The first thing I notice are her jet black eyes, which instantly cower away from my gaze, like she just walked in on her parents doing it. Now fam, I'm gonna have to stop you there. Before I go any further, why do I feel like I'm reading a young adult novel, okay? I cower away from her eyes because I see the souls of all the homies' asses she slapped. God bless them. Bro, okay, I'm gonna stop there. Now this is getting cringe, but nonetheless, let me carry on. She was some type of Asian, Filipino I later found out, and had lily white, almost translucent skin. Her hair was tied up in pigtails with neon pink streaks running through, and she had what I could only describe as a blue French-maid outfit. All I knew at this point, however, that there was something that drew me to this girl. Now, stay with me. I think you all know what drew me to this girl. This is what I'm talking about. So, she uttered a startled "Kumenasai," which I would learn more foreign vocab from this girl than I would learn in 2 weeks of Spanish. After which I introduced myself and we started talking. Her name was Mimi. Mimi. And she wanted to be a voice actress, and I honestly could not care less about the things that came out of her mouth. A king, bro, my man's a king. You know what he wants, he doesn't care what she's saying. An absolute Chad. Don't get me wrong, she was really nice, but once she started talking about anime, it was a solid 5 minutes where I could not get a chance to talk. But oh man, this girl was flirty though. Whenever I did get to speak, she would bat her eyelashes and look at me like I was the most interesting man in the world. Just being near her was like this awakening, dude. Like this primal lust in me. And right as I was about to ask what she was doing later, some douche with baggy cargo pants and an equally ill-fitting anime t-shirt interrupted us. Turns out our homeboy was the club president. Mimi was his vice president, and there was important club duties to attend to. Before he dragged off, she gave me her number on a Hello Kitty sticker note, winked and blew a kiss. Then she skipped off. Just bruh, this is some like Lovers War type stuff, bro. Like, bro, my man, you're part of a shoujo manga, literally, my man. Like, there's no way around it. Like, this is some Matrix, like, simulation type stuff, dude. And a Hello Kitty notebook? Bro. That is cringe, bro. Like, we started texting the next day, and Mimi's flirtatiousness kept escalating. And it was around this time she started calling me Ni-chan, which would have been the biggest red flag outside of China if A, I knew what it meant, and B, was not already way too deep into this girl. Yo, you know he's deep into this girl in a lot of ways, fam, not gonna lie. Anyway, she kept asking about my bedroom habits and teasing me with replies like, "Oh, that sounds interesting." This all came to the head when during some management class I get a text from her and open it up to instantly regret that decision. Mimi thought it would be fun to send a picture of herself from the neck down with nothing but an arm covering her breasts in lewd type clothing. I instantly shut my phone off and prayed that people behind me didn't see, and then right after class I jogged to my dorm and busted a nut. My man's a king. Yes, I'm aware I'm not doing the greatest job with the whole have people not judge me thing, but could I score some points for honesty? No? Okay, I'll move on. I just want to say, this guy is straight out of shoujo manga. No cap, bro. Like, my man is being a king. If only he knew she was planning to sell him to a sweat market to make iPhone 4s for starving African children to eat. So, my man, you're running into a trap, though. The texting got progressively wilder, and a week after we had met, Mimi finally told me that she wouldn't send any more pictures, but had a special surprise for me for the next club meeting. Bruh, she's gonna give you the death note with your name in. 100% bet, bro. Quote me on that. Like, bro, you're gonna die. I'm telling you, this is some yandere simulator stuff. For the first time in my life, I was excited to go to an anime club, and found myself marking my calendar to the fateful day. As soon as I arrived, she ran up and hugged me, like we hadn't seen each other in years. The meeting was just a showing of some weeby movie, but Mimi stayed glued to me, and she was enthusiastically singing along to all the songs. Her public displays of affection and overhaul behavior was so obnoxious, they started attracting annoyed glances from the rest of the people, and even I started to get uncomfortable. Mercifully, after a few hours, we both head back to her room, and I still had some slight hesitation about getting involved with Mimi, but every time she looked at me and flashed that bubbly smile, I felt reassured. Can we just say how normal my guy is? Can we just say? My man is a typical hormonal college student, ready to get his peen chopped off in a ritual to Cthulhu. My man's a king. Like, anyone objectively would tell this man to run out of there, but my man is like, nah, I'm about to get my Nutella on. We arrived at her dorm and Mimi wasted no time with foreplay and got right onto the special surprise. What transpired next was incredible. This girl was going at it like an actress, and the only thing holding us back was my poo-poo stamina. She said she loved me after we finished, to which I responded, me too, without even thinking. Simp! Simp! Bruh, simp! Bruh, this guy's a total simp, I'm not gonna lie. Like, bro, you basically invented the word simp. Another missed red flag, but I was having the honeymooniest of honeymoon phases and wasn't exactly operating at full mental capacity. So unfortunately, nothing could have prepared me for the sheer amount of crazy that was soon to follow. You astound me, the sheer capacity of the hormones ruling you. Like, I love you after 6 seconds, man. This is some fanfic stuff, bro. Like, I was doing the Futoshi video and I had to read some cringe fanfics. And bro, this sounds like an actual real life fanfic. The Tuesday after my reawakening, I was heading back to my room after class when the anime club president came out to me wearing the same cargo shorts and anime shirt I'd seen him in that meeting. He told me he was in love with Mimi-chan and wanted to know if there was something between us. I wondered how oblivious this dude could be and confirmed his worst fears. He did not handle it well. Anime club president was on the verge of tears, and as I began to offer my condolences, he ran off into the distance. The minute I got home, I called Mimi, asking if she knew anything about this. Apparently, she drunkenly gave him a fap in his car at some club party last semester, and he kept sending her love letters and gifts no matter how much she would tell him she wasn't interested. I told her she should probably talk to him one last time, and went to sleep, thinking that my worries were over. They were anything but. Fam, what is... Like, seriously, my man is just an innocent bystander in a manga. This is some Matrix stuff. I'm telling you, she's a yandere. She's a yandere. I'm calling it. A few days after, that was my school suit and tie mandatory business career mixer. A pretty important event for most of us, where we met our prospective employers. As I was heading over to the mixer with a group of friends, someone jumps on me from behind. I think you can guess who it was. She was in her maid outfit even. My heart sank as all my friends were confused, and Mimi starts rubbing her head into my chest, making cat noises. I feel so sorry for this guy. Like, legit, I just need to say, girls, if you're watching this, don't do this. Now, like, legit, this is some manga anime type stuff. It's not real world encounters, okay? The intense rush of embarrassment brings us all the red flags that I had missed before in one foul swoop. She asks me when I'm coming over for playtime again, and then informs me the anime club president will no longer be bothering us since she told him I would beat him up if he ever bothered her again. The only thing running through my head at this point was the words, "Oh shit," on loop. I tell her I'll meet her later, and she says okay, and does some weeby peace sign thing. Keep in mind, all of this transpired in front of my friends, whose collective jaws had hit the floor. When I got home from the mix, I decided to Google what Ni-chan meant, and the results hit me like a train. As I Googled the rest of the mangled Japanese phrases she used me, the meanings got progressively more and more disturbing, and I stopped looking at them shortly after. Bruh, my man was literally in a yandere subplot. Legit, my man got into this incest-wincest fantasy she wanted. Legit, she had no social awareness. If you ask me, the most annoying type of person is, I will tell you someone who does not have social awareness. I was reading through the comments, and I found out this man later broke up with her. But after that, no one heard from him, and that was 3 years ago. So either he got transported into isekai, or he's in witness protection program. Maybe even both, I don't know. But GG's to my man for dodging a real Hiroshima bullet right there. Alright guys, so I'm sure you're wondering why this went from my normal salted butter content to some low-grade margarine content. Well, that is because this is a live reaction, no script at all, and Jumpstart isn't editing this. Now, don't worry, me and Jumpstart are cool. I have just decided that I want to upload more videos. But it takes Jumpstart a lot of time because, the videos are like really good and he puts a lot of effort in, and I appreciate that. But I decided to take some of the workload off him and do my part other than writing and recording. So I'm sorry if this is bad. I only have a basic knowledge of editing compared to Jumpstart. Alright, I'll check you later. Weeb out.